Hello, and in this video we're going to be talking about Tweepy. It's a Python library for the Twitter API. So it's a Tweepy. It's a Python library for accessing the Twitter API. It's great for simple automation and creating Twitter bots. Tweepy has many features. In this tutorial, we're going to be covering getting tweets on our timeline, creating and deleting tweets, and following and unfollowing users. But before we can do anything, we need to talk about authentication. You got to really remember to don't accidentally publish those credentials. So when you go onto Twitter, you're going to get these these access keys, and it's really easy to accidentally push those keys to GitHub. I mostly am saying this because I've done this twice in a row. Luckily, you can deactivate those keys, so it's not the end of the world. But it would be pretty embarrassing if you didn't realize they're published, because basically those keys that you're going to be using to set up Tweepy will allow you to make tweets on that account. That's why you need access keys. Okay, so initialization. So we import Tweepy, and then we're going to have our consumer key and our consumer secret and our access token secret. So these guys I'm having in a different import so that it's not here. And then we're going to activate that Tweepy API by giving it the authentication. I'm kind of hand waving over this because a lot of people like to handle their secrets in different ways. So I'm kind of leaving that up to you. Basically, you probably can look at this code and figure out that, okay, I need some way of accessing these keys. Okay, so we're going to go right into it of getting tweets. How do we get tweets? Okay, so we're going to go into that API we created. So over here, we created an API from tweepy.api and then give it the authentication. So now we have an API object. And so that object, we can say home_timeline, and that's going to give us a list of tweets. And these tweets are going to be your tweets, or whoever's those access keys, whoever's tweets those access keys belong to. So here we go. We're going to go tweet in tweets and print those out in the text. And if you look on the documentation, so you've got the text, which is actually the text of your tweet. But if you go on to the actual documentation, there's a whole bunch of information about they have like these. It's called the tweet JSON spec, and there's a whole bunch of data in there that you can extract. So now let's make a tweet. So this is pretty easy. So once again, we've got that API object we created earlier. We're going to call a function called update_status, and with our string, and that's going to create a tweet. And that tweet is out in the wild. It just gets published right away. So you can that's how easy it is to make a tweet with the API. And now let's say we've done something bad. We want to delete that tweet. Okay, so here we go. Now we're going to do that same thing. We're going to use the API object and then call update_status, and we're going to just tweet out bad tweet. Okay, so if you notice earlier, we didn't do anything here with this tweet object, right? So we created a tweet object. It got published onto the Twitter site, but we really didn't do anything with that tweet. The reason why we kept it around is because that little guy has some information. So just as we showed earlier, that tweet JSON spec, there is actually going to be a line in here called ID_str, and that's going to be like this numerical ID of that particular tweet. So when we go back and we want to delete a tweet, we can destroy a status by giving it that ID. So we created the bad tweet, and then we're going to pass this ID to destroy status, and it's going to destroy that tweet. So now you want to follow someone, all right? How do we follow people? Really easy. So once again, that API object we created earlier, there's a function in there called create friendship, and you just put the actual name. So here, I want to follow YouTube. So I just say @YouTube, and boom, it happens. You want to unfollow them? Okay. We destroy the friendship. So that API object again, we're going to call we're going to call the destroy friendship function, and we're going to give it the YouTube name. We're not going to follow YouTube anymore. We're done following YouTube. We're done with that. All right. So conclusion. So the conclusion is we learned how to get tweets, how to make and delete tweets, and how to follow and unfollow users. One little note is that Tweepy can do lots more than this. This is really all you need to make yourself a simple little Twitter bot. And please don't make evil ones. There's lots and lots of news of like just the horrible stuff going on with these Twitter bots. But there's also lots of cool, fun ones. And I would love to see just more cute and funny ones, okay? So just don't make evil ones. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to see more videos about programming and open source software, please subscribe. And if you like this video, hit that like button. And thank you so much for watching this.